You're listening to Tales of the Virtual Worlds, where video game stories are made more accessible. I'm your host, William Beasley, and I will be your guide as we explore the stories and characters of the virtual worlds. Hi there, hello, and welcome to our second episode in our season covering the story of Super Paper Mario. In our last episode, the story began with the evil Count Bleck creating a void that would destroy all worlds. Mario met his new friends, Merlon, the wizard, and Tippy, the pixel, and learned about the powerful 8 pure hearts he needed to collect in order to destroy the void. Count Bleck sent his big, burly minion O-Chunks to stop Mario. And Mario met with the wizard Bistuvius, who gifted him the power to flip from a 2D space into a 3D space. A power that has already proved quite useful, especially when faced with tall obstacles and wide chasms. Now we rejoin Mario and Tippy, as their journey finds them at the base of a mountain.
I feel that the pure heart is beyond this mountain, but it's still very far away. We should keep moving. The void will only continue to grow if we linger.
Mario proceeds to the base of the mountain, but when faced with a cliff too steep to climb or leap over, Mario notices a strange device nearby, a series of flipping rectangles that carry him from one point to the next, which he uses to get to the top of the cliffside. Once on top of the cliff, Mario finds a large blue button. He jumps on it, and when he does, the earth moves up from the ground, creating new platforms for him to traverse in order to get to even more of the devices with the flipping rectangles to continue his journey up the mountain. As Mario continues, he comes to a steep slope where large round creatures with sharp spikes all around their body, known as grolls, roll down in attempts to harm him. Normally, their sheer size and the rate of which they fall down the hill would make it impossible for Mario to traverse this area, but with the power of flipping, he's able to simply go around them with ease. Mario then comes to another great chasm, but is unable to find an easy way around in the third dimension. He decides to enter a nearby home. He doesn't find anyone, but he does find a lever that he doesn't seem to be able to move in either direction. However, while trying to move the lever, he hears someone whimpering, though can't find anyone. He uses Tippy's power to try and find if anyone is hidden, but still can't find anything. Then he gets the idea to try checking the third dimension, where he finds the resident of the home sobbing, so Mario asks if he's okay. Hey, you can see me! Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable! I've been freaking out here for days, and finally someone sees me! What happened to you? A couple of mornings ago, I rolled out the wrong side of the bed. And once I get my coffee, I realize I'm stuck in some freaky parallel dimension. I've been hollering and flailing for days, and while folks could hear me, none of them could see me. Just when I was starting to think I'd be here forever, I see you. You just blipped in here out of thin air. I was thinking, if you can do that, maybe I can hitch a ride back with you. Just stand right next to me and do whatever it is you do to get back to the regular world. Mario's unsure if it'll work, but decides to give it a try and stands right next to the man and flips back into 2D. Hey, we did it! I'm back to normal! Listen, man, you really bailed me out. That 3D business was freaking me out. The name's Red. Nice to meet you. Say, is there anything I can do to repay you?
Actually, there is one thing. There's a huge chasm that we need to cross.
So you want to cross the chasm, huh? Well, you found yourself the right guy. But hey, I've got to warn you, you do know that this place is called Impasse Pass, right? I'm only allowed to let a choice few cross that there bridge. It's in my job description. You really sure you want to pass? Oh yeah, I'm sure. Well, you did save me from being trapped in a parallel dimension and all. Okay, here's this. I'm going to ask you a question, and if you get it right, I'll let you pass. What's the most manly color in the universe? Red or green? Red? Yes! You are so right! I'll go ahead and throw the bridge down. Just hang on a sec. Red then goes over to the lever that Mario couldn't budge and flips it, causing a bridge to appear, closing the gap in the chasm. Mario thanks Red and then leaves to cross the bridge, entering Yold Town, a small little village on the side of the mountain. Mario decides to enter the shop of Yold Town and buy some items to help him on his journey. After thanking the shopkeeper and leaving, he decides to enter the next building over. The building seems to be completely empty aside from a single green pipe, which Mario decides to head down and see what's on the other side. Mario then enters a room completely filled with thwomps, giant stone creatures that rise up and fall down with tremendous force. Mario has no need to fear these creatures though, as flipping dimensions allows him to pass by them with absolutely zero danger of being crushed. After passing by the thwomps, Mario enters a room that seems to be completely devoid of anything other than the door he entered with. He notices the impression of a door on the wall, however, and with Tippy's power is able to make the door that was once hidden come to life and enters through it. Once into the next room, the door that he revealed becomes locked behind bars, and the only thing in the room is a blue button and a large chest. Without any other options, Mario decides to open the chest when out pops a new ally, a pixel shaped like a hand. This is Thoryu. Freedom! Wait a minute. If I've been set free, the legendary hero must have done it. I expressed my concerns when the Ancient Ones stuffed me in this chest 1500 years ago, but it seems my fears were unfounded. The hero has arrived. As you may have already guessed, I am indeed a pixel, and my name is Thoryu. Hey, are you a pixel too? I don't seem to recognize you. Are you a newer model?
It
Doesn't matter. Details bore me anyway. The important thing is that I have been in there for ages, and now I am out and ready to lend my skills to the hero. You are taking me with you, right? Please take me with you, please. Of course I'll take you with me. I'd love your help. Yes. Oh, and don't worry about that lock. I've got you covered there. You see that block over there? I know you can't really reach it, but I'm quite good at throwing objects. Get that block that's over there, and I'll handle the rest. Mario notices a block in the corner of the room, goes over and picks it up, and runs over to the large blue switch on the ceiling. Trusting his new companion, Mario jumps up, hurls the block at the switch, and Thoryu pushes it all the way up so that the block hits the switch and unlocks the door. With the door unlocked and Thoryu now at his side, Mario returns to the streets of Yold Town and decides to continue his exploration of the city and go into the next house over. Inside, he finds an old man with a walking cane and a long flowing beard. Who's it? I'm the elder around here, so watch it! What do you want? Get off my rug!
Actually, we were hoping to pass through town.
Nothing but desert past here. There's treasure, but you ain't ever finding it. That's what Yold Town is here for. Keeps the treasure safe. From you, so watch it. So I can't let you pass. You see this little guy here in my pocket? You want to know what he's got to say to you? Watch it. So get on out of here. You don't understand. I'm the hero. The hero? Ah, dumplings. If you were really the hero, you'd have a pixel shaped like a hand. And seeing as you what? Would you look at that? You do. All right. Yeah, you're the hero. That's great. Well, I knew it all along. I was just messing with you before. I'll give old Green a call and tell him to let you through. Hey, Green, it's old man Watch It. There's a mustache guy here. Let him through. Yes, I told him about the treasure. Listen, let's just keep that between us, okay? Just let him through. Just get off my rug and go talk to Green. He's at the edge of town. Well, guess I can retire. My job here is done. Oh, and while you're in the desert, keep a lookout for some ruins. It's where the treasure's hidden. Mario makes his way to the end of town and enters the home there at the end, which holds yet another switch and a man dressed in green. I got a call from old man Watch It, so you're that hero guy then, huh? Right on, I'll put the bridge across for you straight away. Without any further delay, Green simply walks over to his switch, lifts the lever, and the bridge appears across the chasm on the other side of Yold Town. Alright, there you go, you're all set. Before you go though, mind if I ask you a question? What's better, red or green? Green! Hey, you're wearing red. I'm onto your lie, buddy. Absolutely livid that the hero of prophecy has just lied to his face, Green promptly throws Mario so far out of his house that he actually lands on the other side of the bridge from the chasm of Yold Town. Wanting to simply get away from Yold Town after that interaction, Mario continues on his way and enters the desert.
That treasure old man Watch It mentioned is likely the pure heart of this world. We should look for those ruins he mentioned.
As Mario travels through the desert, he's faced with quite the odd assortment of things, such as walking rocks that shrug off his bounces, pits of quicksand, creatures with boomboxes for heads that blast sound waves at him, and massive purple dog-like creatures that Mario must flip dimensions to avoid. Soon Mario comes across a tall pillar blocking his way, and when he flips dimensions, he sees more than just a way around the pillar, but he sees a rock with an arrow indicating he traveled to the right. He follows the arrow until he comes across a lone rune in the sands. Mario wipes away the collected sands away from the rune and reads, "Find ye the tall red palm tree of fortune, and leap beneath its branches 10 times." Mario travels back the way he came, remembering he saw a palm tree with red leaves that stood taller than all the surrounding trees. He stands beneath the large red palms and does as the rune instructed and jumps 10 times. By doing so, a door appears out of thin air next to him. On the other side of this door is a part of the desert littered with puzzles and obstacles for Mario, such as Goombas with spiked helmets preventing Mario's jumping attacks, and out-of-reach switches that Mario must use Thoryu to reach. Though with his pixel friends and unbreakable determination, Mario makes it to the other side of each obstacle in his way. And once on the other side, Mario is greeted with a thundering voice. "Crackly! So you're the lad sticking his stashy in me boss's business." Mario looks around and is puzzled as to where the voice is coming from, as he doesn't see anything when out of the sky jumps the hulking figure of O-Chunks. "You shouldn't have crossed the count. Now I'm gonna have to get chunky on ya."
You're one of Count Bleck's minions, aren't you?
O-Chunks is me name, and I'm no common minion, lass. I'm minion for the counter-counts, Count Blecky self. One word from me, Blecky boy, and I come to make you feel some damage.
Some what?
Damage! Or damage. I'll make you feel damage. Whatever then. Not that it matters a pinch of stew in a sandstorm. You're a goner.
Do you even know what Count Bleck is trying to do?
Do he? Me boy's using powers and whatnot to bring back some order to this here world. An enemy of Bleck be an enemy of mine. They all get chunked.
You'll need to be extra careful in this fight, Mario.
Enough is enough already. It's time to thunder down from on high and deliver a beating of the ages. Chunk on it! O-Chunks leaps high into the air and comes crashing down on top of Mario, who just dodges out of the way, before retaliating by jumping on his head multiple times. But a single jump is far from enough to take down O-Chunks, so Mario increases the distance between them so that he can keep his wits about him. O-Chunks, however, is not a fan of this distance, and rushes towards Mario, leading with his shoulder, intending to bulldoze him. But this is Mario we're talking about, a man infamous for his jumping, and so he leaps over O-Chunks, and O-Chunks crashes into a palm tree. O-Chunks grabs the large branch from the tree and hurls it at Mario, but Mario catches it with the help of Thoryu, and hurls it right back at O-Chunks, knocking him out for the count. "Oh, I'm chunked. Me chunks, you failed me. I got pummeled and you barely sweat your brow. Oi, what kind of strange little man are ye?"
This strange little man is none other than the legendary hero Mario.
"Maria, eh? 'Tis an old name, but ye can beat your baby, I'll remember that." "No, it's not Maria, it's Mario." "You remember this, Maria. If you didn't look like such a wee toddler, I wouldn't have taken it so easy on ya. But hey, I have to give it up to you for your effort, so let's call it a tie. You better get some chunks on your own for next time, though. And while you're at it, why don't you wax that bony stash of yours, Maria? Till we meet again, eh? Chunks away!" O-Chunks leaps high into the air, leaving Mario and his friends behind.
Did you guys understand a word of what he said?
But Mario doesn't respond to Tippy. He simply watches as O-Chunks leaves, thinking back on the fight he just has, and he has a feeling in his gut that it's the first of many to come on this new journey of his. Anyway, back to finding the next pure heart. Mario continues onward and comes across another lone rune in the sands. He approaches, and it reads, "Percheth ye atop the distant platform of blue, and this part is for the hero only. Gaze upon the side of these runes." Mario then flips into the third dimension and finds more writing on the side of the rune, formerly hidden to him. Press the minus and 1 button simultaneously to make something happen. With the wisdom of the rune in hand, Mario then leaves it behind and continues his trek through the Yold Desert, coming across the usual squigs, goombas, and jumps to traverse the land. He eventually finds what he has been searching for in the sands of the Yold Desert, the ruins spoken of by Old Man Watchet. At the entrance of the ruins stands a round platform of a dark blue color. Remembering the words from the rune, Mario stands atop the platform and does as the instructions said. Suddenly, the large dragon statue just beyond the platform opens its stone jaw and opens the entrance into the ruins. Upon entering the ruins, Tippy feels overwhelmed by the power hidden within.
Mario, I can feel it calling. The pure heart is nearby, but there's something else waiting for us down here. Please be careful, Mario.
The old ruins is a dark dungeon. The only light illuminating the place is offered by the torches spread throughout the cold and damp walls of sandstone brick. Squigs and buzzies walk the halls of the ruins, as well as traps with quicksand and spinning rods of fire. Much of Mario's path through the ruins is barred by locked doors. He must overcome an assortment of trials to find the keys to unlock each one. Some of these trials to find the keys include revealing platforms hidden to the eye, using Thoryu to throw a squig at a switch, and flipping into the third dimension to find a secret staircase. Mario then enters a room where he is at the bottom of a deep pit, and a door floats just above the pit's surface. Mario uses a spring to make the high jump out of the pit, but Tippy's power reveals no hidden platform that would allow him to use the door above the pit, and all Mario can see is a ladder to the floor above. He climbs the ladder and sees nothing in the room above but a simple blue switch at the other end of the room. Mario hits the switch, not seeing what else there is to do, and the switch causes two things to happen. The first is a big red button appears next to the ladder, and the other is a series of trap doors on the wall opening up and sending an army of Grolls at Mario. Mario runs as fast as he can away from the Grolls towards the red button, not knowing if he can make it there before they catch up with him. He makes it just in time, and upon hitting the red button, the floor beneath the Grolls falls away, causing the Grolls to fall down and fill the pit that he entered the room in. And the Grolls make quite the sturdy floor, and wouldn't you know it, that makes it so that the suspended door is no longer suspended and Mario can simply walk across the Grolls and go on through. After besting the Groll trap, Mario faces one more puzzle involving switches that must be used in a specific order before making his way to a pipe that leads him back to the surface of the Yold Desert. He's a bit confused as to why the pipe led him back to the desert, as he knew the pure heart was supposed to be in the ruins, but his pondering is cut short by the loud and large voice of the Pure Heart Guardian.
Warning!
Bursting from the sands is the Guardian, a large red and blue dragon made entirely out of metal.
Intrusion detected. Leave immediately or be purged. Wait. Scan initialized. Red cap detected. Blue overalls detected. Level 5 mustache detected. Subject identified. Impossible. Hold position. Searching databanks. Search complete. Identification confirmed. Legendary hero identified. Forgive me, hero. I am called Fractail. My purpose is to defend the Pure Heart from lawless intruders. You are late. I have waited thousands of years for your arrival. You may pass. The Pure Heart belongs to you.
And yet, just as it seems that it's just that easy as walking over and picking it up, a voice is heard coming out of thin air.
Ah, it won't be that easy, oh no.
Who speaks?
Peering in the desert through the ripples of reality is the short purple jester, one of Count Bleck's minions. So very nice to meet you. I am Count Blex, master of dimensions, the pleaser of crowds. I am Dementio. Remember the name well.
Wait, I know you.
Would it be so very dull if your journey ended so easily? Instead, it ends with magic. Dementio then flicks his fingers towards Fractail, who is consumed by electricity and begins twitching violently. Yes, much better. Now you and this robotic guardian can spend some quality time. Yes, quality snack time when he snacks on you, for you are the snack. Ciao. And just in the way he entered, Dementio leaves with reality rippling around him. With Dementio gone, Mario looks to Fractail, who is still twitching uncontrollably and violently.
Error. Press any key to restart. System not found. Insert disk. Disk not found. Error. Insert disk. Error. Insert disk. Error. System overheating. Please save your work. Error. Insert disk. Error. 404 computer hamster not found. Error.
Fractail then flies high into the sky before turning around and diving head first at Mario. Mario runs out of the way, but the attacks continue. Fractail soaring high into the air and diving at Mario only for Mario to dodge the attack. An endless pattern going on until Mario runs out of energy and can no longer dodge the attacks. But Mario isn't just any old plumber, he's the hero of prophecy. He won't be bested without a proper fight, and luckily for him, an opportunity for that fight presents itself when one of Fractail's attacks goes a bit too low to the ground. Mario jumps onto Fractail's back and runs up his robotic spine until he reaches the head. With the help of Thoryu, Mario pummels Fractail's large antenna enough, causing his system to fully crash and reboot properly and get Fractail back to normal.
System crashed. I have malfunctioned. What have I done? Hero, the error is mine. I am sorry. Shame circuit smoldering. Please, you must save our world.
And Fractail doesn't exactly make the wisest choice here, but realizing that he has attacked the hero, he self-destructs out of shame while very high up in the air, with Mario still on top of him. And so Mario falls from an incredible height, but lands without injury, making me wonder if his legs are made of rubber. And with those rubber legs of his, Mario walks to the place that Fractail was guarding, a temple made of blue stone. Mario enters the temple, which seems to be a vast, elegant, and beautiful, but all around empty place. But there is an undeniable aura of power and compassion. And then, from above, Mario hears a kind voice.
Welcome, hero. My name is Merlumina.
Mario then looked up and saw a woman with long white hair and a blue dress. Only it wasn't quite a woman, rather a ghost.
I am a dormant soul. I have waited long to give you the pure heart. Your presence here must mean that all worlds have begun to collapse.
Yes, they have. It's why we've come here.
Before I give you the pure heart, you and I must speak. Long ago, my people built a civilization, hailed as a beacon of culture. Sadly, despite our power, there was one thing we were powerless to stop. The Dark Prognosticus. Nobody knows who authored the dark book that foretold events of the future. On the last page, it was written that a chaotic power would devour the world. We knew it had to be stopped. Our greatest minds devised a grand plan to stop the tragedy before it happened. We needed something with the pure essence of love to confront this chaos. My people researched and worked until they devised the Purity Heart. We divided the Purity Heart into 8 pieces and hid them in different dimensions. We hid them for their own protection, waiting for the day the hero would arrive. Everything was going as planned, or so it seemed. The wheels of destiny began to spin wildly out of control. It began with a very small incident. At the time, I was young and quite beautiful. It started the day I met two very fetching young men. And you see, my life set sail toward a maelstrom of love.
Merlumina then begins to tell Mario the long tale about her very, very, very complicated love triangle. So long and so complicated, in fact, that Mario falls asleep during it and misses all of it. Yeah, just we don't get to hear any of it because Mario immediately falls asleep from how long and complicated it is.
And that is why we hope the Purity Heart will have the power to defeat chaos. To save all worlds, we must find the 8 pure hearts that form the Purity Heart. And that is all I have to say on the matter. You were listening carefully, weren't you?
Mario then wakes up and says,
Oh, yeah, definitely. I got every word.
Excellent. I did tell the short version, so I wasn't sure if you would fully understand. Go forth, hero, and save the worlds. We are all depending on you.
Then from within her spirit, Merlumina reveals the second pure heart, a bright and orange object pulsating with compassion and kindness, and gifts it to Mario. And that is where we will leave our story until next episode. For now, your journey in the virtual worlds has come to an end. Be sure to follow our Twitter at Virtual Worlds Podcast, and also check out our website, Discord server, and Patreon.